Hi all and welcome again to another video. So this week I'm trying to fix a faulty 2DS XL touchscreen. So this is my old 2DS. I've not used it for a while, but I got it out and remembered why I hadn't used it. So the touchscreen itself, it's not very responsive. You've got to press down really hard on it. I know this isn't right because I previously sold another one not long ago, and that had a perfect touchscreen on it, and I know this one used to be just touch it and it would move very easily. So first things first, let's take the game card out and the SD card as well. And then there's 4 tri-wing screws that need to come out also, which I forgot to film. So this is the Digitizer that I bought from AliExpress. It was £2.40. So I'm hoping this will do the job. So you just need to get around the edges and ease it off. You just have to be very careful as it's easy to crack the plastic. Also there's a few connections underneath that you don't want to damage. The main part's trying to get across over this headphone socket. So one of the connections on one side, you just ease it out, and then the same on the other side. I think these are for the speakers. And then there's one connection on the back as well, this ribbon cable, which just clips off. Then take the battery off before we start doing anything else. Then it's time to start taking all the screws out. Try and keep track of where you take them from. And then release all the ribbon cables as well. Then 2 screws to take the joystick out, and then a few more screws around the edge. The last time I replaced it, the connection was actually faulty. There was a damage on the ribbon cable itself, so I used some putty to hold it in position. Obviously it wasn't the prettiest of repairs, but it did the job, and I did this because I wanted to keep the original touchscreen. So next up, you just take this part of plastic off before you can remove the motherboard. Then there's 5 screws holding the screen and the digitizer in. Then this plastic lifts off, just be careful not to pull any of the ribbon cables, and then it gently lifts up. So this has been swapped over once before, so that's why the screen and the digitizer are separated easily, but there are times when they do stick together quite a lot and it's a little bit tougher to get it out. And then just lift the digitizer out. And I'll swap it for my new one. Make sure to take the plastic covers off, position the screen back in. Then a few bits fell out around the camera, so I just need to put them back into place. So don't put this bit in yet. I made a mistake here. This goes in after the back surround goes on. Then the plastic cover goes back over that holds this bottom touchscreen in, with the 5 screws to also go back in place. So putting this black piece back on with the 2 screws back in, making sure not to trap the cable. Then motherboard back in, feeding all the ribbon cables back through, making sure none of them get trapped. All the screws back in, and then reconnect all of the ribbon cables. Then the joystick back in. And then the battery back on so we can test. When we turn it on, then we'll see if it works. And no, it doesn't. It's still not very responsive, and you still have to press very hard to make the screen move. So I did a little bit of reading and I saw Z Labs started a digitizer. So I thought these will probably be a bit of a higher quality. So it was £7 delivered, which isn't too bad. So I'll strip it down again and save you the having to watch it again. All the screws out, then the screen back out. Take the digitizer off. And then the new digitizer back in place. Put the plastic backing back on with all the screws. And the motherboard back on. reconnect all the ribbon cables. All the screws back in, battery back on. And then let's test it again. Let's turn it on and give it a go. And look at that, it's still the same. So I was hoping buying a better quality, or what I assumed was a better quality digitizer would help, but unfortunately you still need to press a lot harder than what I'm used to and what I've done in the past. So very disappointed. So I'm gonna have to say this one's a no fix. There's no point in me continuing to buy digitizers from different places until I know I'm gonna get a decent one. The best option would be to get a faulty 2DS XL and take one off that. But unfortunately the prices for these are getting quite ridiculous now, so until I can find one for a reasonable price, this one's going to have to be put back on hold and I'll have to put it down as a no fix. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.